It's another day and I welcome you to the Green Comeback Farm. GrowTech brings you today content about pruning and the things that you can benefit from pruning in this episode. I don't know if you've subscribed yet. Please, if you've not, kindly subscribe. And if you're viewing this video for the first time, you are most welcome. And remember to ring that bell so that next time I upload a video like this, you get to view them. Today at the Green Comeback Farm, we look at the benefits of pruning, because in the previous segment we talked about pruning, and today the things that are before you and what I'm holding here are all about the benefits that a farmer can get from pruning tomatoes. So these tomatoes are doing well, and I just want to show you that sometimes when you've pruned your tomatoes, when you're pruning tomatoes, there are those branches that emerge. Some of those branches can lead to overcrowding, and so they need to be pruned so that we reduce the number of these the number of branches from a plant. Now, after you've pruned your tomatoes and you end up with these branches, you can benefit from them by not throwing them away. How do you benefit from them? You can convert them now to new plants that will produce and give you much of this produce. So in this episode, I just want to start this journey with you to show you how these pruned branches are going to be converted from now these small branches to big plants like this. So if you're wondering, these are just several of them. So I've just pruned several, around 60 here. Some of them I've already placed them in these containers, and others are still loose. I'll put them later on after recording this video. So what do? You look for containers like this. You use these portable containers every day. People throw them here and there. We can reuse them and make them more productive by implementing their use in agriculture. And so you look for well-decomposed soil. If you have manure, you can take one manure of goats, sheep, chicken, and mix it with the same quantity of soil. For example, if it is 1 kg of manure, you can mix it with 1 kg of good topsoil. You mix it so well, and after you've mixed them well, you put them in these containers. So once you fill them in these containers, you can then take the pruned branches that you've taken from a plant, and then you insert them. There's already one that has already been planted, but I'm just demonstrating now. You take this one and then you insert it. You insert it inside it until it is firmly attached to the soil. Then you press it and you add water. So this we're struggling. These are dry areas, so don't worry that my water is dirty. Plants don't need purified water. They only need clean water free from contamination. So you put them in these containers, and then after you irrigated it, this water will be absorbed into the soil. As it absorbs the water, ensure that the container is perforated. The perforation helps to ensure that the excess water in the container is drained, so that we do not have a dumpy state in this pot. After you've done that, you'll let it rest for several days, and then after some days, you shall then transplant them and then plant them here. So today we are just looking at the process in which you prune them and then you start the propagation. So I'm trying to propagate them here. You can also do the same if you have tomatoes. If your neighbor has tomatoes, seedlings can be very expensive. These are F1 tomatoes, and they're supposed to grow so big. I'm so happy. Look at this one. This one is pregnant with a lot of tomatoes. How many? More than 10, I think. Yes, this one has a few, but you can see the sizes. The sizes are big. This one is starting to be ripe. It means that next week we should be starting to pick the first few fruits. But the best part about tomato is that tomato, unlike any other crop, has the ability to propagate itself. Even if I break this branch right now, I cut it here, I can still plant this branch in the soil afresh, and it will produce more crops. That means that tomato is a very good crop when it comes to production. You don't need to struggle with it so much. You only need to give it proper care, and the proper care, it begins with nutrition. So the soil that you give your plant, this well decomposed soil, you have to ensure that the soil is well decomposed and it is fertile, it has nutrients, and then you do irrigation. So pouring water to crops is what we call irrigating the crops. So you irrigate them well, give it enough water. They should not be thirsty. They should be satisfied with water and rich with nutrients. Again, as you water your tomatoes, remember that tomatoes hate water on the leaves. These are plants that if you are irrigating, for example, this tomato that is next to me, if I'm going to irrigate it, you don't irrigate it from the top, you irrigate it from down here. It loves it when water is irrigated down at the root level and not wetting the leaves. Why shouldn't we wet the leaves? When you wet these leaves, you expose these plants to fungal diseases and just many other diseases that they become prone to. So it is called predisposing factor. One of the predisposing factor of tomato diseases is wetting the leaves. So the leaves are not supposed to be wet, they are supposed to remain dry. Unless it is raining and you can do nothing about it. Like in the morning, there's some little rainfall, but as the day went by, the leaves are now dry. As we go to the night, they are going to be safe. So remember, when you're watering your tomato, it is down at the soil, at the root level, not on top. You water them down. And tomato doesn't need a lot of water, just little water to keep it productive and to increase the size of the fruits. Oh, some of these fruits are increasing in size and I just like it. How many will we eat these tomatoes? If you want tomatoes and you're around Mombasa, you comment and tell me where you are. As I come to town, I can carry for you a few heads. Are these heads or fruits? Yes. I can bring you a few so that you get a taste of the green comeback farm. So at the green comeback farm, we shall continue the journey of this, with the journey of these newly propagated tomatoes. I want to see how far it's going to be, how better or worse it is going to be compared to these ones. Because I know, just like you've never tried this, and if you've tried it, perhaps I welcome you again to see this experiment. How good is this going to be? And if they become successful, if they get life, because the way I'll know that they are growing is right now, if you look at these seedlings, the leaves are weathered, which means they are very weak. Tomorrow we shall check them and see if they shall start to stand. When they'll be erect tomorrow, like these other ones, I'll be so sure that they have absorbed the water and they are ready to grow. And in 2 days or 3 days, they shall start producing the roots. And with roots, there comes the strength of a plant. We'll add a little bit of fertilizer just to boost their nutrition. And thereafter, we shall wait and leave them for a week or two so that they increase in length a little bit. Then finally, we shall transplant them to the seedbed. In the last segment, I told you that there's a difference between a nursery and a seedbed. A nursery is where you raise them in a small area, and a seedbed is here. We'll bring them in the seedbed, we'll keep them in the seedbed, and I hope the journey is going to be fascinating. I don't know if you have a question, ask me in the comment section. I don't know if you have learned anything, tell me so that I can give more information about it. But the most important thing, let's start this journey and see how this propagation is going to be. Until next time, take care of yourself. And if you've not subscribed and you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe as you leave. May you take care of yourself and see you next time. Have a good day.